Alrighty, my darling Virgos. I'm sorry if you can hear church bells in the background. It is what it is. I'm gonna try to see if I can edit it out in post. But today we are looking at, actually very fittingly, who your future spouse might be. Not necessarily who, but more what they're gonna be like. So let's get right into it. Alright. Someone very successful in their career. They dare to dream. They might feel a little bit odd to you at first. I feel like they might have their own business. There's definitely, or want to have their own business. There's definitely something that, you know, if it's the business front or if it's according to you, like about you, there's something this person is not really seeing, like there's something they're not letting in, and if that's you, it could very well be. They're very skillful and charismatic. They might be an introvert, a little bit of a loner. They're very good at their craft. Yes, again with the loner. I feel like they could potentially be... I don't think this person necessarily is... I don't think this person necessarily is spiritual. But they do have a lot going for them. Alright, but I also feel like even though this person might be a little bit of a loner, they're the person who thinks rather than speaks, and they're very much like observing situations. But they also have the Queen of Wands here, so that means, or that suggests to me, that they're a very creative person, and once you get to know them, they are wonderful, energetic people. It's just that they like to look at you before they talk to you, if that makes sense. They like to observe you a little bit, not in like a you Netflix kind of way, but more sort of they like to look at you from afar and just, you know, observe how you behave. Is this someone they could get along with? Yada yada yada. They're also a very planning person, I feel like. They like to have everything planned. They're most likely, they could be one of those people who still walk around with an actual planner instead of just having everything in their phone. And I feel like they're the kind of person who, if you talk to them about a subject that bores them, they can just like kind of drift out into nothingness and into, you know, whatever thought they might be having, and you have to be like, hey, are you still here? Are you still listening? But I feel like when it comes to you, their power of observation is probably gonna fail them a little bit. They're not really gonna know what to do with you at first. It's gonna be very... It's gonna feel weird to them at first, this whole deal with you, because it's not something they're used to necessarily. I feel like before they meet you, they're gonna be single for quite a while. They're gonna be actually at the point where they're just, at this point, planning out their future as if they're gonna be alone. So you're gonna be coming in and shaking things up and planning new routes with them, and they have to rewire everything. And it's probably gonna take them a little while. It's not something they're used to doing, that kind of thing. And then we have the Magician as well, which leads me to believe that whatever field they're in, which I think is something where they are pretty much alone during the day. You don't have to work together with a lot of people. But they're pretty naturally skilled at whatever it is that they're doing. I feel like they could be working at a factory or at an office, or, well, something at least where their day-to-day does not involve a lot of people. They could also be in IT, have their own IT business, or, you know, be a secretary where it's just like one person, but I don't feel like it's a group of people at least. And then we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like they like to have fun, but in a controlled environment, if that makes sense. So they would like stuff like going to the cinema, going to a restaurant. Not so much like the concert kind of person, mainly because a concert is like a lot of people and a big crowd, and they feel a little, you know, suffocated in that. So I feel like other things they would like would be picnics, you know, going on car rides, going on vacations, but more so in the sense that they would like to go to places that's like, you know, not really tourist attraction-y kind of deal, like things where they can, you know, hang out with local people and taste local dishes without it interfering with tourism and this kind of stuff. Alright, and then we have the Fool, which again, like they want to go, when they want to go out and see the world, they want to do it in a way that's, you know, pretty much on their own accord. They don't like to have guides and this kind of stuff. Also, the Fool signifies to me that this person is gonna feel like this is, you know, a leap of faith with you. Like they're just gonna be like, screw it, we're just gonna do it, we're gonna try this relationship out and see where it goes. Because I feel like they're not really gonna be able to figure you out probably. Also because I feel like this person is someone who overthinks highly. Like they really have to learn to not do that, but they do it a lot, like crazy amount of overthinking. Also, they could be in some, we have a lot of pentacles here actually, so they could also be in some kind of, they could also be in a money business somewhere or work in a bank or something along those lines, but definitely something where they're not working alongside a lot of people. I feel like they probably went to some kind of school, and I think they finished that as well. I feel like they are gonna be very organized, so it requires you to be, the person will ask of you to be organized as well. They don't like people being late, and they don't like procrastinating, I feel like. Yeah. Alright, so we have Softly Softly, the tender touch, and that signifies to me that they are kind of a soft soul. It's someone who can easily get upset if you say the wrong thing to them, but I feel like you two are gonna be fine, but it's more like you're gonna be comforting them and maybe calming them down for things that happen that's like outside of their control. It's gonna be frustrating for them easily. And then we have every journey starts with a single step, and that tells me that this is not, it's not one of those things where you meet them and then the next week you're together and then 2 months from then you're engaged, you know. This is gonna be, it's gonna be a process. It's not gonna be something that you just jump into head over heels and then boom, you're engaged and having your first kid on the way. No. It's gonna be much slower process. It's gonna be someone you're probably gonna be friends with first, or you're gonna be a colleague first. I feel like this person, you're probably gonna meet them somewhere in their environment, so either at their work or at an activity that they enjoy doing. So you're basically gonna be breaking that whole idea of them being alone together with people up, if that makes sense. And I feel like they're gonna be very shy when you first meet them. It's gonna take all of you, which I know can be a little hard, but it's gonna take a lot of you to get close to this person. It's not like a one-day project, and they don't open up very easily, but once they do, it's gonna be, for you, it's gonna feel like this is like explosion of intelligence and mindfulness, and you know, a really thought, you know, it feels like whatever comes out of their mouth is really like thought through, and it's like whatever comes through their mind, like they think before they speak very much so, but that also means like it could take them some time to respond, so don't get too frustrated if they don't like answer in the first 5 minutes, because they might just be thinking really hard about what's the right thing to say here, what can I say in order for this to, you know, come out at the possible best outcome, again with the overthinking thing. That's like highly what I think this is. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this little reading about what your future spouse might be like. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and if I haven't said it already, remember to take what resonates with you, leave the rest. You can't read for everybody on the internet, that's impossible. If you would like to, please feel free to join our little family here. We would very much love to have you. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!